like this. 14, buck 77, 2 touchdowns. That's tied for the most grabs in the history of Monday Night Football. As you and I were sitting here waiting to come on, Jamar, I said if any team felt like they were owed something, given the way games have gone, it was you all. How have you all managed to sort of stay in the fight mentally just to believe that, all right, one of these times it's going to be our time?
Yeah. It's been an up and down roller coaster all year in the fourth quarter for us, man, honestly. But like you said, we had to stay in it the whole game, try to fight, find a way to get the ball back on the offensive side. The defense did that today. Great job for the defense. And we had an execution.
Your sideline is right here, basically in front of where that play happened. I mean, the punt's happening, so you guys go to the bench. I'm curious, where were you and what did you see on that play when the ball's bouncing around and all of a sudden, like, you're back on the field?
Yeah, well, I was in front watching it, actually. Once I seen the Dallas Cowboys person try to grab it,
right.
you know, I was getting excited because I'm like, oh, bro, we got a chance to get the ball, you know, so ended up being good for us.
Right. Well, but then you all have to cash it in, and you and Joe have been on an unbelievable tear together this year. What that was it? It was just one dude on you. You're single there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, 7-Eleven always open. Were you surprised that was the coverage that they dialed up in that particular situation?
A little bit, yes, kind of. You know, they gave me a little bit of a little man the whole game and 2 man most of the game, you know.
Uh-huh. But in that particular spot with the game on the line, I mean, given the play call and given the situation, I don't know. I've never been the dude out there doing it.
Yeah.
Is the mindset, if I catch this ball, that's curtains, I'm scoring?
Well, I kind of knew. Me and Joe was already on the same page from the route. It was like a 5-yard out route.
Uh-huh.
He was off about like 7, 8, 9 yards. Mm-hmm. And Joe threw me inside to give me momentum to make a run at the catch. So that was good by him.
I'm curious, how would you describe Joe and the level that he's played this year? We talked, RC and I and Swag and Jason Kelsey on Countdown. I mean, if your guys' record's this much better, the MVP conversation is different. I mean, what has he shown game in and game out all season long?
Yeah, honestly, man, I still think he has a chance, even though our record's not talking great. But, man, he just shows his poise in the pocket. You know, he shows how he keeps the play going in the pocket, moving around back there. He's been doing jump passes this year, so he's been doing it all, man. He's just an outstanding quarterback back there.
Well, and he's got you and T and a ton of other guys to throw to. When you sat down, I showed you this note. What this note says is that you joined Randy Moss as the only players in NFL history with 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns in your first 4 seasons. And you, when I showed you this, you said, wow.
Wow.
To be in the company of a guy that we certainly send our thoughts to our colleague as he gets better, and I know that you have some ties, obviously, to the family there. Just what's the reaction to be you and him?
Yeah, it's just a blessing to be in that same conversation, man. And I always wanted to work out with him. I've been a little nervous too because I know he's hard on his son, so he's been trying to get me to work with him for the longest. But man, it's just a blessing to be in this position right now.
No doubt. I mean, obviously, as I said, he's our guy, and we're praying for him to get better soon. And another guy we're praying for is a youngster by the name of Brixton Wood. And we did a piece on Countdown about a kid who is battling cancer. And I went over and met his family. And I mean, I got little kids, and I tried to dap them up, and I get teary-eyed. And it's just, you had a special thing in the back pocket if you scored.
Yeah.
Right out of the gates, you scored, and that was for him. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I went and see him yesterday when we got in town, and we hung for a little bit, played Madden, and then I told him if I score, I do a certain type of gritty for him, and, you know, I told him as soon as I get a chance to get in the end zone, I'm a gritty and get you the ball.
And by the end, 14, 177, and 2, you're out of celebrations, man. But, I mean, to be in a position to impact a game, that's one thing. But to impact the life of a young man that's in a fight like that, just how do you describe what that means, man?
For me, my grandmother had cancer, so I can understand where he's coming from in this situation, especially his family and his loved ones. So I just want to, you know, put a smile on his face, make his dream come true, and just let him be a kid for as long as he can be.
No doubt. And you gave him that. You gave all these Bengals fans that. And now you guys, you got to squint to see it, but there's still hope in this season. Yeah. Is the belief in the locker room, I imagine it has to be sky high after a night like tonight, right?
Yeah. Hey, man. All we can do is take it one game at a time, try to get wins. That's all we can do.
Well, and if you keep doing what you're doing tonight, you're going to get more. It's Christmas time. Where can I get grill work like that? You got to help me out. Where can I work? Can you sort me out? I need to.
I could point you in the right direction now.
It's not for me. It's not. I got to ask you this on the way out. You a baseball fan at all?
I'm not really a baseball fan.
Did you hear how much money Soto got?
I have heard.
Okay. He got like 780. Okay, I mean, I'm sure you got your representation is good, but I'm just saying the number starts with the 7 and like get $250 million. That's what we need. All right, you good?
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, we'll get the money right, but in the meantime, the heart's in the right place. And there's Brixton and his family, I believe, are here. There they are. And what a night you gave them. And you got a chance to see him. Told him you're going to bust that gritty for him, and right out of the gate you did. And then. Not a walk-off touchdown, but the game-winning touchdown. Jamar Chase, man, I appreciate you. Good health. Good luck the rest of the way. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, all right?
Holidays.
Yeah, great to be with you. Jamar Chase and the Bengals. A remarkable performance on Monday Night Football. This season on Monday Night Football, 295 yards, 4 touchdowns. And another massive night. Leads the league in catches, receiving yards, and touchdowns with 4 left. Only 4 players since the merger in 1970 had that triple crown. Cooper Kupp, Steve Smith Sr., Shannon Sharp, and Jerry Rice. And started it with that touchdown and now visiting with young Brixton Wood and his family. And that's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff. All right, from that happy side of it to the disappointment in the Dallas locker room, here's Micah Parsons.
I wasn't even really grasping what was going on. Nick made a great play, and then, I asked the ref, explain what happened, and he told me that we touched the ball. It was definitely a huge momentum shift. I mean, we just caught a huge stop. We're going to 2-minute drill. It's just real hard to, you think to believe you could pull that game out from that situation. That hurts.
You say you wouldn't wish this on anyone. Does it just feel like it's snowballing this year? Everything just seems to be bouncing along.
Dog, between the players, I mean, so many situations. It's just, I won't say it's snowballing, but I don't know. It seems like we're paying a due that's not fair. I don't, karma, but in terms of the work ethic, everyone's working so hard. I mean, I think we really did well. We could have did a little bit better containing. I think we gave up some points, but I mean, you tell me we hold Joe Burrow to 20 points and 2 minutes left with our offense. The way we was moving the ball today, I think we could win the game.
Mike, knowing what DeMarvion's been through, how gutting is it to see him go down?
Dog, I cried. It's like my little bro. Like, he don't deserve that either. He really don't. So, just to understand what he's going to have to go through and to be there for him physically, mentally is just so challenging because he's so talented. The year he was having, I mean, I really just don't think that's fair either.
Just speak to the way it would have felt.
As Troy said, it's a tough business, and injuries are part of it. And the Cowboys now have suffered their 6th loss at home. That's the most in a decade's worth of seasons. It's 7 consecutive games allowing 20 or more, which is the longest active streak. They turned it over 17 times as well. One of them tonight came when they were inside the 10-yard line going in for potentially a score. And then, of course, after that blocked punt, Burrow and Chase cashed that in for that touchdown, which is the margin as Cincinnati gets the 7-point victory. Ryan Clark standing by. On Countdown, he had the touchscreen working on the Jumbotron, which was high-level stuff. He's getting things sorted out for his Monday Night Football.